What is up, guys? Tomcat here, and today our vlog is going to be it's going to be pretty interesting. We're in right now we're in North Carolina. We're on our way down to Georgia to go back home and to go to Zen Motors to get our new brakes put on because the brakes just came in today for the S2000. And you can see, dude, it's early. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. But regardless, we're gonna head down there, and I'm gonna show you guys. What goes on. I'm gonna show you guys the brakes we're putting on. We got Stop Tech rotors and Project Mu HC800 pads, as well as some Motul RBF 600 fluid. That's all going on the car, and I'm really excited about it because the car is gonna stop way better because I get some brake fade right now. When you're driving hard anyway, with the stock brakes and you're driving hard, you're gonna get some brake fade, especially on the track. So definitely a really exciting upgrade, and I'll catch up with you guys again once we're about there. All right, guys. So it's actually now the last time we talked, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 9:05, and we're about to turn off right at the street Zen Motors is on, and I got a downshift, but. Anyways, so we're gonna be getting our new brakes put on, like I said before, and I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different this time in the way I show what's going on at the shop. We're gonna do some shots with the Osmo, the DJI Osmo, which is it's gonna get some really nice smooth shots. I'm gonna show you guys some real details of the shop, so I'm excited to do that because all the times you guys have seen the shop, it's been like in this kind of style, like a vlog style, which is fun and it's cool. It's just not quite, it doesn't really give the vlog that difference that you have when you have something like a GoPro and you combine that with things like the Osmo. So let's go ahead and, oh yeah, like no traffic. Alright, so we're here, and I will catch up with you guys again in a minute. So right now we're just getting cars moved around the shop. I just moved an Evo out, an Evo 10, and there's definitely a much heavier clutch than the S2000. The S2000 will have a heavy clutch at some point. Let me just show you guys the cars we just moved. Cool, perfect. Good job. One try. Right? So here's a little rundown of the parts that we decided to go with. You can see the Stop Tech slotted rotors, the Motul RBF 600 fluid, Project Mu HC800 pads, and this is literally the beginning of this car's entire track build. Brakes are extremely important if you want to actually track a car, even if you just track your car casually, which you're still going to need brakes anyway. Even if you run the mountains, you're still going to need to upgrade your brakes. And the car had OEM Honda pads, OEM Honda rotors on it, and they were good. They just weren't quite of the level of these that we're putting on. So the S2000 is back on the ground, and I'll show you guys that everything is on. Brakes just need to be bedded in, but look what just came in. Now, literally when this Supra pulled up, almost everybody in the shop, for at least a couple minutes, almost everybody that was in the shop was over here looking at the car at some point. I believe it was a 1997 car, and it was a limited edition 15th anniversary car, just so gorgeous. The wheels were gorgeous, the body accents that had been done, the brakes, the exhaust, you'll see it's massive, absolutely huge when I show you guys in a second, but just a gorgeous setup on this particular Supra. So before we move on to the driving impressions, I wanted to give you guys a quick look at what was all in the shop. There was a Subaru STI in the shop. This was actually back when my car was had all the wheels off, getting the brakes put on, and have a few other cars in here. There's that white Evo in the back, and then there's actually under that tarp, there's a wing on the back of a RX-7 FD drift car, and then this Factory 5 GTM, which was absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous car. Definitely one of my favorites that I saw at the shop today, and you never really get to see these cars up close, but they're super cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I'll park outside when I get back, and then I'll grab all those extra parts. Alright, we'll be right back. Good? Alright, so first reaction to these brakes. Just to give you guys another refresher on what they are, it's StopTech rotors, StopTech slotted rotors, Project Mu HC800 pads, and Motul RBF 600 fluid. That we just put all this on. The fluid was just bled. The pads were just put in. One of the Zen Motors techs just bedded them in, and gonna go ahead and see how they stop. So we'll do a little loop real quick and see how these brakes feel. See how the brake pedal feels. I want to feel what the pedal travel feels like, especially after being bled. So. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid so far. Just like tapping it, it's pretty solid. Oh wow, yeah. That's like, I know what I'm doing right now doesn't seem like it's much of a stop, but it feels great. And I haven't really warmed them up or anything. I'm just gonna put it in neutral, see what happens. 40 miles an hour-ish. And, oh my God. Oh my God. That's nuts. Okay, that's nuts. It got straight into ABS. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to be careful with that brake pedal because the stock tires up front can't keep up with that. That'll all be sorted out when I do wheels and tires. But the thing is, I'm doing wheels and tires and coilovers at the same time, so we'll see how that all. We'll see how that plays out when we do wheels and tires and coilovers. But damn, the stopping power here is incredible. I mean, you used to have to really try to get this thing to stop. I mean, like, and not like really try like it was bad, but you used to have to, you know, go into the pedal a decent bit and then it would stop. This, you have to, like, you barely have to do anything before it before it really starts to scrub speed off. Just give them another try right here. Dude, you barely have to give any brake pressure and they just stop. They just stop, and it's so good. I love these brakes. This is honestly too much brake for the tires that I have on here right now. The brakes are overpowering the tire's grip to stop. And that just means that it's time for bigger wheels and tires. And once we get those on, we'll have a lot more grip at our disposal, and we'll also have, like I said, we'll also be doing coilovers at the same time, so it'll be a really good way to round out the car before we start doing things like aero and stuff like that. But that's the next list of plans, and we'll see what's coming next. And in a minute, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna park up right here so you guys can see what kind of cars we have going on at the shop. Well, probably shouldn't park out here because, well, actually, you know what? I'll park right here. I'll park right here, and then we can get the parts to the car still. All right, that's good and awesome. All right, thumbs up to everything that's on the car now. The Motul fluid, the RBF, the Motul RBF 600 fluid, the StopTech rotors, the Project Mu HC800s, they're all great. So yeah, for sure. I'm not used to heel towing in traffic with brakes that are this powerful. And I think the only reason why they feel so different is because, like, dude, the way they clamp down and stop, it's like, ugh, like it, oh my God, it puts you forward. It's awesome.